All right, here's our practice video for Bach Minuet 1. This is a piece that we're going to learn first with very short bows, always getting that toe, toe, toe sound on every single note. We are going to make sure that the left hand has plenty of time to set accurately and that the bow always has plenty of time to do what it needs to do. In other words, that every string crossing is very well prepared before you play. So you will remember finger, bow, and then go. That is our saying. Of course, you also want to be listening to this piece every day on the CD, and you should be listening to the end of Book 1 every single day so that you know all of these pieces coming up, and probably at this point listening to Book 2 also. All right, so we're going to begin with the first measure. I'm going to give you a few exercises first before we put the whole piece together. The first measure, we're going to put the third finger down on the A string. We're going to put the bow a little bit below the middle. Make sure your arm is nice and comfortable and resting. Shoulder, elbow, hand is relaxed. And now we're going to go down, up, up. Now watch my elbow as I do this. You're going to notice the elbow sort of giving a little bit of push on the up bows, especially the second up bow. I'm going to kind of let it push a little bit to lead that second up bow. So watch this again. Down, up, up. That's your first exercise, to get that bowing down and to get that nice down, up, up with the elbow pushing the bow. Now we're going to go to measure 3. We're going to have the exact same bowing, but we're going to prepare some of the fingers that are there. So measure 3 begins with open A. Again, it's going to be down, up, up, open A. We're going to set the 3 on A. Now we're going to set 2 on A, low 2, and lift 3. I'm going to do that again. Okay, now we're going to go on to measure 5 into measure 6. And right here, I'm going to just give you this exercise first, and then when we go through the whole piece, you'll see how this relates. Our first step is going to be to put the third finger on the D string. We'll move the bow right over there. We're going to use our twinkle rhythm, and we're going to play that third finger. Now the 3 is going to stay down, and we're going to set 4 on the A string. With the 3 still down, we're going to move the bow over and now play the 4. And now we're going to set the low 2 on the A string, lifting 3 and 4. Again, third finger on D string. 3 stays down, we put 4 on A. The bow moves over and we play 4 on A. And now low 2 on the A string and 3 and 4 lift. And now we're going to go on to where we have something very similar between measure 13 and 14. It's going to be exactly the same, except this time we're going to put the third finger on the A string. Keep the third finger down, set the fourth finger on the E string, move the bow over. Now we're going to put low 2 on the E string, lifting 3 and 4. So of course, as you do those exercises, very important that you keep your hand relaxed in this shape as if you're holding a ball in your hand, that you're also making sure all the right distances are between fingers. One more exercise and then we put the whole piece together. This is what happens around measure 16 going into measure 17. We have high 2 now. We're going to play high 2 on the A string. Open A, and now we're going to set the 3 next to the 2, lift the 2, and then the next 2 is going to be a low 2. So we just practice playing the high 2 on the A string, setting the 3, lifting 2, and then transferring that to the low 2 position for C natural instead of C sharp. So the crucial thing there is the lift. Of course, if it doesn't lift, your second finger won't be prepared for the low position. All right, if that doesn't make sense, it probably will now as we go through the whole piece. So I'm going to start in measure 1, and we're going to play through, starting in the beginning, with that 3 on the A string. And of course, we want to really watch our bowing down, up, up. There's our first little section. I'm going to do that again. One, A, 1, 3 on the D string, bow moves over. Back to A string, 3 on A, low 2 on A. Now here is where we have to keep 3 down. We're going to put the 4 on the A string, move the bow over, set low 2 on A, lift 3 and 4, high 2 on the D string right next to your third finger. Okay, now you circle at this point, come back to the A string, put the third finger down. I'm going to play that whole first section now without any stops. Okay, so we end on a down bow. Now we circle again. Now to go on to the next half of the piece, we'll put 1 on the A string. Opening. Three stays down, we set 4 on E string. Now low 2 on E and 3 and 4 lift. High 2 on A string, open A, high 2. Now we're going to set the 3, lifting the 2, so it's prepared. Next section, now it's going to be low 2. We can keep the 1 down right here. 2, 2, 1, A, 2, 3. We'll make sure we count all those beats, even though we're going very slow, very short bows. Here's the last part of the piece. 3 stays down. We set 4, move the bow over to the A string. Low 2. High 2 on D string. Now I'm going to circle and I'm going to take the repeat without any talking. Set 3, lift 2, 2, 3. 2, 3. Okay, so I want to talk about now a little bit of the phrasing and the rhythm. By phrasing, I mean how we group the notes so that they have forward momentum. And of course, we have 3 beats in the measure. Every minuet has 3 beats. And of course, a minuet was an old dance. So this has to have a sense of being nice and graceful. And we want to think 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Now you might notice as I'm counting out those beats that I'm always going over the bar line. I'm always making the first beat an ending, and the second beat is where it kind of starts again. So again, I'll count out the beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, 1. That way it never sounds like it's just chopped up. It's always moving forward in a very natural, flowing, musical way. And now I'm going to play it that way, and hopefully you can hear that sense of phrasing from the beginning. Two, 3. Now notice that I'm just very, very careful to make sure all those beats are there. I'm not cheating ever any of the longer notes or the notes where there are more beats. Let's try this again. One, 2, 3. Two, 3. Now I'm going to go on. 2, 3. One, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm counting all those out, and those places where I counted, just really pay attention to the rhythm, that you are very accurate. I'm playing that faster, of course, right now than what you want to do as you're learning this. And the other very important thing is that you take small little bits, maybe 1 measure at a time, then 2 measures at a time, repeat those small groups, and then add a little bit more. And only then do you go all the way through like I just did. Hopefully you can stop this video in different places if you need a reminder on what the notes are or where the fingers are, and watch what I'm doing and then stop it and then practice it. So now I'm going to play this one more time through as we do it when it's more advanced with slightly longer bows. So it will stay only in the middle of the bow. Some of the notes will get a little bit longer. Some of the notes you notice in the music have dots on them, so they will remain short. And you can kind of tell how this will work. Of course, this is only after the fingers and string crossings and everything are very coordinated through a lot of repetition slowly. So I'm going to play it now in the advanced version. All right. Good luck and happy practicing.